Texas A&M humiliated Missouri on their own home field, holding Matt Zollers to under 5 yards per attempt and beating the Missouri Tigers 38-17. A&M covered the minus 6.5 point line. I believe that this game effectively punched Mike Elko in the Texas A&M Aggies ticket to the college football playoff. That's what I think. And why I think that? Well, I think that this channel will make you a college football expert and help you enjoy watching games and make more accurate predictions. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment your thoughts, and watch the video all the way through so that you can get the full package. And check the description and pinned comment for more ways to help yourself and this channel. Because you face South Carolina and then Samford in these next 2 weeks if you're A&M. Even if you lose the Texas game, 11-1 A&M gets in this college football playoff. They absolutely do. As for Missouri, they are eliminated. And A&M, they ran for over 200 yards. They were able to average more than 7.5 yards per pass attempt through the air in a good defense. They put up 464 total yards. They had 21 first downs. They won the TOP battle by almost 11 minutes. And they were 1 of 2 on fourth down and 7 of 14 on third down. It sounds like a pretty good day to me, especially when you win the turnover margin on top of that. They led 14-0 at the half and at one point led 21-0 early in the third quarter. A&M, after this game and after how Indiana played, do they have an argument to be number one? Not in a power rating sense, because you look at computerized models and Indiana and Ohio State are probably a touchdown or close to a touchdown better than A&M in a lot of these models, like FPI. FEI would have Indiana and Ohio State probably at least a third or a half of a standard deviation ahead. I know S&P Plus has Indiana and Ohio State favored over A&M on a neutral field. They probably also have Oregon favored over A&M on a neutral field, though. Don't fact check me on that for the S&P Plus portion. But from a resume standpoint, is there an argument there with that splattering of Missouri? Think about that. Let me know down in the comment section below. I wouldn't rank them number one from a resume angle. I still think that's Indiana. But that was the most impressive performance of Saturday, was how A&M completely made Missouri look helpless. Missouri's defense eventually had to take chances with how their quarterback was playing and how A&M was already up big on them. And what A&M was able to do was just break off these long touchdown runs and really put the game out of reach. After A&M, made it 24-7 late in the third quarter, Missouri did make it 24-10, but they were never, after the halftime, they were never within two scores. They were never in a one-score game again. So they could just never regain momentum. I mean, Casey Conception, 48-yard pass from Marcel Reed, and then fourth quarter, Ruben Owens, 57-yard touchdown run. They had long runs, the Aggies did, of 57, 48 yards from Dalton Brooks, 28 yards from Marcel Reed. Reed had a 90.1 QBR and had a really good day. Zollers stunk it up. Missouri's defense, 1 sack, 5 TFLs played admirably, but A&M's defense with 2 sacks and 7 TFLs played better. Their offensive line's better. They're more talented. They had the superior quarterback. Missouri's season is effectively done, honestly. And as for A&M, their season is just beginning, because this is a team that, from my perspective, can play multiple good games in the college football playoff. They're healthy. They're getting better as the season goes on. And I'm excited to see what they can provide in a playoff setting, and especially now that they've won this game. And if they're able to, they'll probably beat South Carolina and then Samford. If they're able to then beat Texas, can they win the SEC championship? I think they can, but will they? That'll be fascinating. It's their first 9-0 start since the 90s. For Missouri, they had a very strong start to the year, 5-0, but ever since that 5-0 start, They have fallen to 6-3. Their only win at Auburn in overtime. Lost at Vanderbilt in a one-score game. Lost to Alabama at home in a one-score game. They're 1-2 in one-score games. 2-2 if you count the South Carolina game as a close game. They're only favored by 6.5 points over Mississippi State this Saturday. And at Oklahoma and at Arkansas are going to be chores. This team could be staring down the barrel of a 6-6 finish, or they could probably win 2 out of the remaining 3 games and finish 8-4, which I think would be pretty good, honestly. The Prabula injury sucks. Zoller's getting a little bit dinged up also doesn't help, and this team's incomplete, but I think Eli Drinkwitz has done a pretty good job with the Tigers. Elko has done a more phenomenal job with the Aggies, though. Their closest win of the year was Notre Dame on the road. Second closest was over Arkansas. They've had 3 road games in a row, and in 2 of them, LSU and Missouri, they have won by a combined 45 points. An average win of 22.5 points per game against LSU on the road and against Missouri on the road. That is an impressive 2-game stretch, and you thankfully then get to play South Carolina at home, then Sanford at home, before playing at Texas on a Friday night. A lot of opportunity here for the Aggies, even if they don't win out, say drop that Texas game, maybe even drop the South Carolina game, or sleep, lose to South Carolina somehow, and then beat Texas. You never know with any given Saturday. This team is in the playoffs as long as they beat Sanford. With the win over Notre Dame, with the wins over Missouri and LSU, with where they are currently ranked and rated, they're impressive. And this is a team that in the playoffs, if they can figure out run defense and maintain their pass rush, and if Reed can continue to take steps and that offensive line is in a position to close a game out, they can win playoff games and potentially even win the national championship. A&M is tied for first place with Alabama in the SEC standings. This game just helped them survive and advance. As for Missouri, you're out of the playoff picture. The best you can hope for is a nice bowl game. I don't exactly know what Missouri's situation looks like next year with an injured Prabula. The rumors that Eli Drinkwitz might be looking to move on to another job, but I also think that at Missouri he can build something special, and he has put on an impressive performance since he became their head coach in 2020. The Aggies handle the Tigers, and who knows? Maybe this team is the best team in America. Thank you for watching. It's my mission on College Football with Sam to make you the most informed, knowledgeable, and entertained fan as possible. We aren't perfect, but we hit the nail on the head more often than we hit our thumb with the hammer. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment, and if you're here, you've probably already watched the whole video. So thank you for doing those things.